I don't really know where to begin with my beloved Cincinnati Bengals. I'm so lost. When our schedule came out, worst case 3-1. Worst case, we're 3 games in. We're 0-3. The best case is 1-3, and we got Andy Dalton. We got to play them on the road. I'm like, I don't even know what to do at this point. I don't know where to begin. I'm diehard. I ain't leaving. I'm on the wagon. Whether there's a band or no band, I'm on the wagon. I can't get off. I've tried numerous times, and I keep hopping back on. Oh my gosh, our defense sucks. It sucks right now. It's so hard to say we just suck outright. We were just really bad against Washington. A rookie quarterback. Nobody saw the Commanders and was like, yeah, that's a powerhouse. But, man, we sucked against – I don't want to say we suck in general. We just sucked against Washington. And we're not – our offense is starting to click. Like Burrow's on it. I guess that was the Commanders-Bengals game on Monday night was the first game since 1940. There was no punts, no penalties. And we still lost. We scored 33 points and lost. You scored 33 points, you're supposed to win. And, of course, when you're the quarterback, it all falls on you. But this game was not on Joe Burrow. He was dealing. He was firing all cylinders and throwing dimes, going over the top of Jamar Chase again. T was back. We slowly implemented him back. The running game was working. We were running the ball. We were getting 4 or 5 yards a clip. Chase Brown and Zach Moss was running. I was like, man, this was not on the offense. This was all on the defense. When a team has 6 possessions and they have 5 touchdowns and a field goal, and you had 2 different times they had 4th downs, and they went for it and got it in critical situations. And, but anyway, shouts out to First Star Logistics. They let me sit in their suite. They're so generous. They always throw that offer out there. So I appreciate you guys letting me sit there. And just disappointing. I hate watching SportsCenter. I hate watching the analyst when the Bengals lose. I hate it. And there's one guy in particular. Let me call this brother out. Chris Canty. Chris Canty is a former NFL player turned announcer. And for some reason, he's got an issue with Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't know if they didn't draft him. I don't know if somebody cheap shot him at some point in his career. But he be going in, and you could tell he don't believe it. Chris, you don't believe what you're saying. Stop. He keeps saying, this is all on Joe Burrow. We keep saying, if you're the quarterback, you 0-3, this is all on you. You don't believe that. Ain't nobody watched that game on Monday night and thought, this is Joe Burrow's fault. Even the Kansas City game, when Joe went out the game, we had the lead. Our defense didn't hold the lead. So it's just like, you don't believe that. You do not believe. Look at all the teams in the NFL. How many teams would want Joe Burrow as their starting quarterback right now? Pittsburgh, you think they want Joe Burrow as their starting quarterback? Cleveland, you think they want Joe Burrow as their starting quarterback? The Raiders, think they want Joe Burrow as their starting quarterback? The Broncos, you think they don't want Joe Burrow as their starting quarterback? Seattle. I can keep going. Dallas. You don't think they want Joe Burrow starting quarterback? Tampa, Miami, Carolina, Giants, Jets. Jets got Aaron Hernandez. They got Aaron Hernandez. They got Aaron Rodgers. But I think even Jets fans, if you're like, Aaron Rodgers probably got 1 or 2 years left. Burrow's got 10. Who you want? Come on now. Stop. Just stop, Chris Canty. Stop with the hate. Stop with the cap. That's all you're doing. You're looking for clicks. You're looking for that moment. It was funny because he said all that stuff the Tuesday morning after the game, and then ESPN, like everyone on there, Jeff Saturday, Foxworth, Marcus Spears, they all just kind of went, nah, it's when you get everybody to agree it ain't Joe Burrow, stop. that you reaching, and it sounds like you're just in the boardroom, you're in the war room. Like, what can I do? What can I say that nobody else is going to say? Oh, this is all Joe Burrow's fault. Completely. It's almost like saying all those Dolphin teams, it was Dan Marino's fault. All those years, they didn't win a Super Bowl or go to a Super Bowl. That was all Dan Marino. Come on now. Like, granted, to be a great, to be an all-time great, you do have to win at least one Super Bowl. One. And I firmly believe Joe Burrow's going to win one. I don't know when, but he's going to win one. I just hope he's still with the Bengals when he does it. But I mean, this year alone, I thought the Bills would take a step back. Nah, Bills are balling. Why? Because of their quarterback. They're winning because of their quarterback. So that's what I'm saying. And you see all the time, they'll go on these losing streaks. I remember the Bills went on some losing streaks last year. I remember, the 49ers last year, they were 5-0, and then they lose 2 in a row. The Bengals go there. The Niners lose to the Bengals. They lost 3 in a row going into their bye week. And everybody's like, what the hell happened to the 49ers? And then they come out of their bye week, they took off. Hopefully, Bengals can win this week against the Panthers. And then Baltimore comes to Cincinnati, and we got to be 1-3. We got to be 1-3. We can't be going in that Baltimore game 0-4, because then the season's officially in the tank. And then the goddamn Steelers don't lose. I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me. Why is it every year the schedule lines up for the Steelers, like lines up? Herbert gets hurt. He's not 100%. So they can't run the offense like they want to. There were so many games last year where the Steelers did not have the number one quarterback or the number one quarterback at 100%. Both games against the Bengals, they were playing our backup, Browning. I'm like, for some reason, and I know Pittsburgh, they got a great coach, Tomlin. They got a system. They got good ownership. They take care of their people. Fan base is incredible. But man, every year it lines up where they don't get everybody at 100%. They get the backup or a high ankle sprain on the starter. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But here we are, baby. I'm not jumping off. All you diehard Bengal fans, you better stay with the team. Oh, it just sucks. Sucks, man. That was the first game I've seen them lose in like 4 years. In the Joe Burrow era, that's the first game I've seen them lose so far. I went to some games where I thought they weren't going to win, and they ended up winning. The 49er game last year, I didn't think they were going to win that. There was the Dolphin game a couple years ago. The Dolphins came in undefeated. That's the game Tua got hurt at first. I thought they'll win it, but I wasn't like super confident. They won. Last year, they were 0-2 and the Rams came. I don't know if it was Thursday or Monday night, but we ended up winning that one. I was like, so many games I've been to. Since Burrow got there, the Super Bowl. I did see him lose the Super Bowl. But outside of that, when we went to Buffalo 2 years ago, we weren't favored. Nobody thought we were going to beat Buffalo in Buffalo. We ended up beating them. I was like, so I'm just going to cross my fingers. And Andy, shouts out to you, Andy Dalton. You know I got love for you. We friends. I hope you get a couple touchdowns on the defense, but I hope we win. All right? I don't wish bad things on Andy, but man, it's hard. It's hard being a diehard Bengals fan, baby. But I'm with you. I'm going to be there when I go to. I worked my schedule around already. October 6th, I'm in Dayton that weekend, but I made sure I was close enough that I could get down to the game on the 6th. October 20th, I'm 1890 20th, I'm in Cleveland. Bengals are in Cleveland. I worked my schedule where I could make these games. November 3rd, they're playing against the Raiders. I'm off, so I'll be in town for that one. I'm there, baby. I already put my dibs in for I called Chantel, who runs Gabrielle and Dwayne's suite in LA. I'll be there for the Charger game. I'm there, baby. I'm not jumping off the bandwagon. I'm there. So whether we are 0-10 or 0-11, I'm still going to be at those games because I've worked my schedule around it. So,